Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to be just doing my makeup for today. It's not going to be anything dramatic, just full coverage, contouring, highlighting, and then just like a subtle eye. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get started. First, I wanted to let you guys know what I do to prep my skin. Right now, I'm using the Unique line. Oops. I use their purifying cleanser, their rose water toner. Last night I did their mask, which this mask is freaking awesome. It's green. It helps with redness, which my face gets really red all the time. This is the oil control one. It helps with oil and redness. And then I use their moisturizer, and then I put on this little Tarte. I got this as a sample. It's like a gel. I think it's called Drink of H2O. It smells amazing. And then the last thing that I'm about to do is put on my eyelash brow enhancer by Monet. So I put this on every day before I do my makeup, you know, try to get this shit thicker, you know what I mean? And it doesn't burn at all. Safe for your eyes, obviously. The other thing that I also did was I put on my lip plumper. So that's why my lips are kind of red. My lips always get like really red around. But yeah. Today I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass foundation. It's a stick foundation, full coverage. If you're looking for something on the cheaper end, my favorite drugstore is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. Shit's amazing. This stick is more of a matte finish, which I don't necessarily love, but it gets the job done. You know what I mean? I'm just using my beauty blender to blend that in. Like, it's pretty full coverage. And then I don't necessarily need to conceal today because this is such a full coverage. I don't need to conceal my under eyes or any of that. But because for the purpose of the video, I'm going to conceal just so you guys can see how I do it. This color is pretty close with my skin tone. But always drag it down your neck. But if you guys want to try out that Unique stuff, my friend Lauren Sedlek, she's a rep or distributor, whatever you call it, and I will tag her in this, and I will have her put her link down below, because you guys, this shit's amazing, like, and it lasts. You don't need a lot, like, freaking amazing, and I don't even sell it, and I'm like, hey, try this out. But okay, so that's my foundation. My neck is getting all red because I'm like sweaty and nervous. Anyways, so Tarte Shape Tape, just put it under my eyes. If this foundation was too dark for like my neck, I would put it on my chin, my forehead, my nose, and then sometimes, like with the leftover, what's on my beauty blender, I'll take it along my jawline, but it's not necessary. I'm not going to waste my product today. just blend that in. And I keep it mostly just under my eyes, and once that's blended in, I'll blend it like all the way back and like down into my foundation so that it's blended. You don't want a line. Like, why would you want a line there? And then I bring it on my nose too. So that's what I do with that. I'm sorry guys, I'm sick. I'm like over here like sniffling my nose. It's kind of gross. Okay. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my under eye, and then I'm gonna put my eyeshadow on, and I'll show you the way that I do this so that eyeshadow doesn't get all over your face. So I'm just taking this brush and I'm gonna pack this shit on, you guys. Like, I don't know if you can see that. You want a lot. Another way you could do it is bake it, which you would take your wet beauty blender, dip it in the powder, and pack it on. And it goes on pretty thicker than this, but I just want this on for the purpose to catch my eyeshadow when I do my eyeshadow. As I told you guys in the beginning of the video, this foundation is really matte. And if I bake with this particular foundation, I hate it. My face is dry and like feels like cake all day. So I don't bake with this foundation. I'll bake with like my L'Oreal Lumi because it's very moisturizing. I'm just like running some on my eyelids. As it's all dusty and shit. So, whoa. Guys, I only have like 5 eyeshadow brushes. Like, you don't need 1,000 eyeshadow brushes to get a blended look. Like, it's talent. It's not about the fucking product they have. You can get a look with fucking e.l.f. product for $1 and it's gonna look just as good as Chanel, whatever the fuck it is. I don't buy Chanel, by the way. Shit's too expensive. So, yeah, I just have these brushes from Sephora, which I got as a gift. And then the only other brushes that I have that I've bought is 2 brushes from MAC. And they just look like this. A fluffy one and a not so fluffy one. And then I have my Naked brush from my Heat palette. I use this sometimes, more for like when I'm using black eyeshadow, as you can tell. And then I use this big ass one to like really buff the edges. That's all I use. Like, it's nothing special. I'm gonna go into my Morphe palette by Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill is like my all-time favorite YouTuber. She does makeup, obviously. She's who like got me to, you know, do makeup. So, and just, let me show you. Sorry, newbie. I'm taking this third color in, just brown. And this is gonna be my transition color. This color does not have to be neat at all. You're gonna blend it pretty much almost all the way up to your eyebrow. Almost all the way up, not all the way up. And it can go all over your lid and as far out as you want it to. You guys, everyone's makeup is different. It's how you prefer to do it. Makeup is art. Like, you shouldn't be judged by how you do your makeup. It's just your creativity. So do your makeup how you like to. Do your makeup how it feels comfortable, what you think looks good. Yeah, there's like the trends and stuff, but starting out, just do what's easy for you. So then I have that down. My next color that I'm gonna go in with is gonna be this like yellowy mustard color. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with this like puke color. I think this color is actually called Pukey, by the way. I can't remember. Cover those babies up a little bit. So this is gonna go in the same area I'm not going to bring it as high. I'm just blending. Put how much you want on. You don't, I just start with a little. Can't really see this color yet, so that's why I'm building it up. And you can be as messy as you want because we have all that powder here. It's going to sweep right away. One tip for me is if I'm doing a dramatic eye look, I always have at least 2 to 3 transition shades. So these are my transition shades. And right now, if you kind of look, I kind of had it like winged out kind of. But once I brush all this extra powder away, I'm going to more round it to my eye shape. Just so you guys can kind of get the picture of what I'm doing. I would have music playing too, but I don't know how to play music and be able to upload it still because of the rights. So if any of you know how to do that, can you just like comment below? That would help me out a lot. Because it's kind of weird doing your makeup and then like you hear me sniffling my nose. It's just weird. It's just too quiet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going in with Pukey. And this I'm going to put like in my outer corner and a little bit on my lid, but that's it. And this is going to add more dimension to my eye. And what that means is you're going to be able to see my crease a little better. You know, like those models that are like fucking eye sockets are so like sunk in and like they just look pretty as fuck. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying. Keyword, trying. Okay, that's all I'm going to do with that. I'm going to take my Naked brush and, don't have a towel in here. I'm not prepared, so I'm just going to go in with this. It's dirty. It has black eyeshadow on it right now, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. I'm going to go in. I said this wasn't going to be dramatic, but this is going to be dramatic. I'm going to do a halo eye, okay? So I'm going to go in with this red shade right here. And then I'm going to go in probably with this one right below it, just to darken it up. So you guys can see what I'm working with. I'm going to go in with this side, actually. Oh, Alexa. Oh, Alexa, I love you. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this, and I'm going to pull up this little mirror so I can see what I'm doing because I obviously can't see in my phone. But I'm going to pack this on my outer corner and then my inner corner, both sides. This color is like a really bright red. It's very pigmented. If you guys want a palette that has all these colors in it, like this would be the perfect palette. Like look at these neutral browns, reds, these other neutral darker shades. You can get a smoky eye. You can get a subtle eye. These are your highlights for your brow bones. I've done looks with like this yellow shade and this brown shade like transition in the crease. And then I've packed on this orangey teal color. It's fucking beautiful, you guys. You can do so many looks with a basic palette like this. This palette, I think it was like $48, which isn't bad because you have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7. You got 35 colors in here if I did the math right. And then you, what, $42 for that? And then you got something like this, which you have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 colors in here. Half the colors. And this palette's $56. Like, you don't need this palette. I have it, but I need it. You don't need it. Get something like that. Anyways. Paco, why are you watching my fucking video? You're supposed to be at work. Fucking weirdo. Weirdo. Supposed to be making that dough, bro. Anyways, I'm packing this on. And as you can see, I kind of brought it like around here. And the middle of my eye is more plain. Which doesn't matter. If it's easier for you, you can pack this on your entire lid. Do what's best for you. Do what's easier for you. Like, this is just how I do it. No comment, Paco? No? Bring them on camera. Oh. No, don't want to do that. So packing this on. And then the next thing I'm gonna do, he needs to learn to. Yeah, he should have watched from the beginning when I looked ugly and fuck and was like, damn, she has to do all this work just to look like that? Right, Paco? No, Paco thinks I look prettier without makeup. He thinks my skills aren't needed. But if I didn't have these skills, I wouldn't be able to teach all you wonderful people that are watching my skills. So I'm just blending this out. Like, just a little bit. Just the corners. Like, can you see this harsh line here? And how over here it's more blended? That's just what I'm doing. And I'm strictly staying, like, on the line. The harsh line. I'm not bringing this up at all. Because we want to see those other colors through this. Otherwise, it would be pointless. If we blended this all the way up, it would be pointless because we wouldn't have those transition colors up to the brow. Does that make sense? So after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the first shade I started with. This one. And a little bit of this one. To even blend that a little more. Guys, blending is so important. I can't stress it enough. Just like that. That's all you do. Takes a second. Why wouldn't you add in one little extra step to make your makeup look that much better? I don't know. Why wouldn't you? Okay, so we're done with that. We'll come back to this. I'm gonna grab my Stila, what color is this? Smoky Storm. It's like a gold. And I'm putting this, I'm gonna put this in the middle of my lid. Make sure you guys can see this. So I'm going to dot this in the middle like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up. And do you see how high that brought it? That's how high I want it to go. Because when my eye is closed, it's going to look better. So this is how I do it. Pack it on like that. And then I take something like this, flat concealer brush, and I'm going to take it from this edge, and I'm going to pat. And this dries kind of as you work with it, and I'm just going to bring it out like this. And this is just blending it, you guys. The top's already dry, so I'm just going to drag it a little. And to be honest, the more messy and uneven the edges look, the more blended it looks, if that makes sense. You want it to fade. That's what I'm going to do. So I've got that. I'm going to put a little more in the center just because we kind of moved it away. And I want it to be the boldest in the middle. And I'm still gonna blend that out a little bit, but not too much, okay? So like that. So looks great. If you feel like you can't get it blended enough the first time, what you can do is you can go back in with that bright red, the last color we did on the inner and outer corner. You can just like dab it over your harsh line and blend it out that way. Where is it? Guys, these glitters are so amazing. They're like an eyeshadow. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, once you use all the glitter on the stick, there's still like shadow on it. If that makes sense. So again, I'm going to put it on my lid. I'm going to look up and then look. Do you see how high that brought it? That's how high I want it to go. Another reason why I do that is so, you know, like when you do, what's an example? You know, like when you do maybe like a super thick like wing liner and throughout the day like it starts to wear off and you're looking up and you have this like black line up here and you're like, what the fuck's that from? It's from your eyeliner. Probably because your eyeliner was too thick, to be honest. But I do this too, so like if I'm looking up and it starts to transfer up here throughout the day, it doesn't look unblended. It doesn't look like I have some random glitter up there. This is why I do this. There's a reason we have steps in makeup. There's a reason why people are famous and they do their makeup good. It's because they know. They think about this kind of stuff. They're like, what can I do for that to not happen? You know what else you could probably do to make your eyeshadow not move around is use like an eye primer. But I've never ever used an eye primer. It's pointless to me, to be honest. But if you feel like you're having trouble with it, an eye primer might work for you. I just use my concealer and set it with that powder, and I feel like my products stick great, and I get the most color out of my products. If you feel like, oh, this shadow isn't as colorful as it looks and as it should be, maybe you should try an eye primer. Or like, another thing that you could try, like if you're using these shimmery colors, as you can see, like this one, this one, this one, you can wet your brush like with setting spray or water or eye drops. A lot of people like to do. That'll help the shimmer effect even more. Okay, so I was talking too much on this eye and it's not quite as blended. So I'm gonna go back in with this red that we use and I am gonna just dot this in. Now, I'm just going over it once, you guys. I brought this in way too far on this inner corner. Ta-da. That's all I do. That's all I do. So, my eyes are done on the top. Okay? I'm going to do my brows really quick. And then we're gonna do the lower lash line. And then we're gonna do the lower lash line. If I can talk. Just using the dip brow today. I did my, if you guys watched my other video, I used my pencil, but I ran out of my pencil. I'm just gonna use my dip brow. I'm gonna do that easy, guys. Practice makes perfection. Guys, another secret to good eyebrows is the person that waxes them. Go somewhere where they know what they're doing and they know how to shape your eyebrows to your face shape, to your makeup. Like, you all should not have the same eyebrow shape as me. Like, our faces are different. Our face structure is different. Like, it's important. Like, you could have this, like, tiny, tiny little face, and your eyebrows are, like, drawn on like this, and it could look ridiculous. Like, you have to figure it out. You have to practice and be like, oh, that doesn't look good on me, so I'm going to try it a different way. Like, there's so many ways to fill in your eyebrows. Like, no one's going to judge you by the way you fill in your eyebrows. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Don't be a follower. Don't just do it because, like, oh, her eyebrows look like that, I'm going to do that. Or, like, the Instagram brows. Like, not everyone should have those eyebrows. Like, that's not a thing. That's like, I don't know. What's that like? That's like everyone coloring their hair the same color. That's just how it is. Your face is unique to your own face. No one's face should look the same as someone else's face. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with my mascara. And then I'm gonna do my bottom lash line. I'm going to be putting lashes on, so I'm only doing one coat of mascara. Just so you know. By the way, this mascara, Maybelline, what's it say? I can't even read it. The Falsies Push-Up Drama. This mascara sucks. Don't use this mascara. I hate this mascara. But I'm going to use it, obviously, because I'm an idiot. I hate this mascara so much. It's so hard to get off your eyelashes. Like, it's not good. It's not good. Got my tweezers. Got my lash glue. About to pop these on like it's nothing, because it's nothing. Take it, put the lash glue on. Guys, Katie, oh god, those ugly squigglies for the brows, haha, have you seen there? Oh, like the wavy brows, Chrissy, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. But the thing is, Chrissy, do people do that in real life? No. No, don't do that. Okay, so I put my lash glue on. A little trick that I learned, less lash glue is better. Why? It's just easier to put on. Like, it's not drooping all over the place. It's not getting in, like, the thing I struggled with, like, a lot when I first started doing my lashes, was putting too much lash glue, and the lash glue would sink into my real lashes, and it's like, how do you get that out? It's hard to get that out without pulling out your natural, like, lashes. So as that one dries, I leave like a couple seconds in between. I'm gonna put lash glue on the other one because I can just pop these on really quick. If you haven't done lashes before, I would suggest putting lash glue on, letting it dry a little, put that lash on, and then put the lash glue on the other one. Because if you take too long and you let your lash glue dry, that's just a bummer. So that would suck. I love all this interaction. I'm like trying to read it as I go. I love it. So I'm going to take my first lash to put glue on. It's not quite dry. The way I tell is, you see in the middle there how it's a little like darker almost? That's the part that's the driest. That's because I put it on thin there. That's when you start to know. When your lash glue starts to change like color slightly, that's when you start to know. At least the good lash glue. I use House of Lashes lash glue. This little tube will last you forever. Look how small it is. It's so small. Because you only need a little. Poquito. Okay, and I'm going to pop this on. And I'm going to like lean in so you guys can see. I just use my fingers to set it on, and then I'm going to go in with my tweezers and move it around, put it in place. So I set it on. I'm going to do the outer corner first. Just like that. That's all you do. Pop it in place. I'm going to give it like a second or two because the inner corner has to be like pretty much dry for it to stick and not move and then fall off. So I always just give it a couple seconds. I've had a lot of, guys, it took me a long time to be able to put lashes on. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice. So there we have it. That one's on. I'm going to pop this other one on now. And as I do this, I'm watching this one to make sure that it doesn't move. To make sure that like a corner hasn't popped up. Alexa, I use the House of Lashes glue. I have the clear one and I have the black one for when I do eyeliner. So because I'm right-handed, I use my tweezers to put these on. It's just a little easier. And this one moved a little. Yeah. Well, obviously, like, when I put it on, I put the center touching. Alexa, I do the same thing, yeah. So there you have it. Actually, last time I wore these lashes, I put glitter on too. So there was still a little bit of... still a little bit of glitter on there. Alright, so there you have it. They are on. We are ready to go. No, they're still a little wet, so I'm just going to leave that be. I'm going to take my little brush, and I'm going to sweep away this powder that we got going on here. And I'm going to use the extra to just like powder the rest of my face because it's just translucent powder. Why waste product when you can use it the rest of your face? I'm going to take the first brush I use and I'm just going to go underneath my lash line. I'm going to round this corner out. And I only bring it to the middle of my eye. I like the inner corner to be bright and like youthful looking. So I like to highlight the inner corner of my eye. And I bring that highlight pretty far over. I just feel like you look more awake that way. So yeah. And I'm going to take that color that had that bright orange on. And I'm just going to put that just like on the outer corner there. Just so this shit over here blends a little more. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to pop mascara. I was making sure my lashes didn't move. Pop mascara down here. Just like that. Some people will use mascara to blend their like real lashes with the fake ones. I don't like to do that. I feel like my lashes last the longest when I don't do that. And I feel like I have enough practice with lashes that you can't see my real lashes. Like when you only put one layer of mascara on the top. That's because they're going to blend easier with your fake lashes. If you put a shit ton of mascara on before you go in with your fake lashes, you're going to see all that clumpiness on your real lashes. And that's why, like, people have to blend it afterwards. Like, it's just common sense. Common sense. I'm gonna put this, like, white in my waterline here. This will make my eye color pop. We're almost done, you guys. I know this video is probably long as fuck. Newbies. What can you do? And I'm about to fix my mascara because I just jacked it up by doing that. Just right there. Okay. I'm going to put my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight on now. I use the second shade here for my brow bone. Just like that. You see the difference? I don't know if you can see it or not, but if I forget to do this, like, even with, like, one eyeshadow, I can tell the difference. I don't know, it's just personal preference, I guess. And then I'm going to take the first shade, I'm going to put that in my inner corner. So there's that eye. I don't know. It's hard to tell the difference with this one, but I can tell the difference. Alexa, are you talking about your lashes? So let me know. Okay. So my eyes are done. Yeah, okay. I think part of it too is the mascara that you use and how you put it on and that type of stuff too. But whatever. Everyone has their own way. Your way is not the wrong way. You know what I mean? So next I'm gonna bronze my face, and I use this butter bronzer. It smells like fucking coconut. Makes you think you're in like Hawaii. This is Physicians Formula. You can get it at the drugstore, any drugstore. It smells so good. So awesome. I'm also going to use my Shade and Light palette that I beat to death. Kat Von D. I'm going to use that too. So I'm going to bronze my face first. And do a little bit up here. Just a tiny bit. So if you guys remember me telling you, this shade is like my exact color, so I don't want my bronzer and contour to be so like intense dark to where my face then looks darker than the rest of me. Does that make sense? I hope so. This is how I apply it. I always brush it back too. I see some people hold the brush this way and brush it forward. But if you have too much product on your brush and you're brushing it forward, you're flicking that extra powder right here. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. This is just more controlled, I guess. I locked my cat out of my room and now she's trying to get in. Surprised it took her so long to figure it out. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna contour my nose because it looks okay today. I do contour my nose like when I drink a lot, the next morning my face will be like swollen, and I find that my nose, like, it's super fucking swollen from drinking because I'm dehydrated. So that's when I contour my nose usually. I don't do it every time, just when I'm feeling my face looks a little fat. You know what I mean? Be true with you guys. So I'm going to contour now. So that's my bronzer. I'm going to contour with this super dark color. Like, literally, guys, a dab. Not even. Just like that. That's all I do. Don't need a lot. And then you gotta blend that, because now I can see there's a harsh line right there. And you want to blend it up into your bronzer. There. Sometimes, like, if you're having trouble blending, you can always go back in with your bronzer. Just put it over. I think it looks fine like that. Next, I'm going to use this blush. This was a sample. I think this might be Chanel, actually. No, this is Lancome. Just kidding. Lancome. It's a sample, though. Did not buy this. The only thing that I own from Lancome is this Radiant Smoothing Illuminating Powder. I would use it, but I only use it in the summer because, I'll tell you why. Because, you see how pink that is? When I'm in the summer, when I have more of a tan, I'll use it. Of course, I just dumped it everywhere. Maybe I can show you what it looks like. It doesn't look pink, but, like, see if I can catch it. I don't know if you guys can. It's just illuminating powder. Like it'd be like, you can kind of see it. It'd be comparable to, like, your highlight. It'd be like putting it all over your face. You'd put it all over your face, but it won't be as intense. It's more of just like a glow. It's more of like if you were to set your face with like an illuminating setting spray like this one. It's more of like a glowy, youthful powder. But when I'm like white like this, it can make my face kind of have like a flush of like pink, like almost if I was blushing, like my whole face, basically what it looks like. So my last step is highlighting. So I'm going to highlight my face really quick. I'm using the Champagne Pop by Becca and Jaclyn Hill. So Jaclyn Hill, I used her palette too by Morphe. So I'm using her highlighter. This is the only highlighter I really use. I have this one, but I really only like to use this tan one. I don't really use the other ones. But that one in that palette is very similar to this one. It just has more like glitter chunks in it, which I'm not really fond of. Damn, girl. Bring it on my cheeks too. And then I bring it like up and around. This is how I blend it. Like, I don't just stop. With my extra, just bring it up and around. It looks very good. I like it like that. And then my nose, just a tiny bit. So yeah, that's the look, you guys. I could do a lip color. Should I do a lip color? Yeah, I'll do this lip color. For my lip color, I'm going to use the Bow and Arrow by Kat Von D. As I throw all these brushes back into my vanity really quick. Okay. Let's go forward for this so I can overline these lippies. I'm gonna put more highlighter on my lip really quick. One reason I really like these liquid lipsticks is I feel like you can overline your lip and it looks like good, looks natural. Like you don't need a lip liner with these, which is nice. So it's just one less step, one less thing you have to buy. Oh no, my battery's low. Dang, this video must have been long. Nala, I'm almost done, okay? "47 minutes? Oh my god. Well, shit. Usually I try not to breathe when I'm doing this. But, damn, there we go. There we go. Well, thank you guys for watching. I have to get going. Who likes this hair, by the way? Like, slick back a little bit. Slick it back a little. Okay, ew. Okay, I have to go. Thank you guys for watching. Probably do something later this week or next week again. Let me know what you want to see. If you guys want to see like a cut crease, I don't know, winged eyeliner, whatever you feel like watching, just let me know. I'll do it, because it's fun. But I have to go once, how do I do this again? Oh yeah, finish, as I'm like up in my face. Okay, bye guys, thanks for watching.